Hey gang, it is a cold and dreary day here in Portland, Oregon, and so naturally I'm in my kitchen about to drink some wine. And I wanted to talk today about how to read a French wine label. And I wanted to discuss this because yesterday I did a blind tasting on Instagram Live with Ruby Vineyards, Jared William of Ruby Vineyards. It was so fun. They're going to be doing that every Friday. But anywho, the bottle that I used for the blind tasting that he was going to be trying was a French Beaujolais, and I had a bottle for myself as well. And I apologize, we're not going to be pouring this today because it is empty because I drank it all last night. It was a Friday. What else am I supposed to be doing in quarantine? But I wanted to walk through how to read a French wine label because it's really different than a label that you would see in the US, a label from Australia, really anywhere in the New World is going to be super simple. You're going to know when you're at a bottle shop, if you're reading a wine label from California, exactly what grape varietal you're getting. And it's just super easy to digest. Whereas France can be really confusing. So I want to give you confidence that when you go into a bottle shop or a grocery store, you can go over to the French wine section and know exactly what it is that you're going to be buying. And I'm hoping that that is the goal of today. So French wine labels, unlike wine labels in the New World, do not have the grape varietal indicated on the label. So you're not going to know what grape varietal you're getting, whether it's a Cabernet, whether it's a Syrah, whether it's a Gamay. So let me walk you through this. Okay, so on a French wine label, usually in the center with the biggest font is going to be the appellation where this wine comes from. And this is where it's a little annoying. So certain appellations, actually so many appellations in France will only have one grape that's permitted to be grown in that appellation by law. And so it's really, you just got to Google it. And so in this, Chassenas is the appellation, and Chassenas is an appellation of, it's one of the 10 crus of Beaujolais, and Beaujolais can only grow Gamay grapes. And so you know that if you're getting a grape or a bottle from Beaujolais or from Chassenas, that it's going to be a Gamay. And this is where you're just going to have to, if you're in a bottle shop, you're just going to have to pull up your phone, do a quick Google search, type in the name of the appellation into Google, and it'll tell you what that particular region, what grape or grapes it's known for, so you know what varietal you're getting in the bottle. And I just want to preface, do not feel embarrassed if you're in a bottle shop to pull out your smartphone and Google something. I'm okay at wine. Like I know my wine by now. I'm in WSET 3, but I pull up Google all the time. It's nothing to be embarrassed about, so please do it. Or you know, if you're unfamiliar with an appellation or a particular village or cru within France, you can always ask the bottle shop owner or the wine steward at the store, and they should know and should be able to point you, let you know what it is that you're going to be drinking. So the appellation is going to be kind of front and center on the label in really big, bold text. Up at the top, you can see right here, this is Domaine de Genepierre, and that's going to be the name of your winery. So there you have it. That's fairly simple. And down at the bottom here, La Propriété, which I know I'm botching that pronunciation, but that basically is property in French. And so if you see La Propriété, you know what? I practiced pronouncing this prior to doing this video, and I was able to say it perfectly, but now that I'm, recording this, I'm getting all jarbled. Anyways, you get the point. It'll say the property of, and then Christopher Lapierre. And so whenever you see the property of in the bottom in French, that is the owner of the winery. So in this case, it's Christophe Lapierre, and it'll also be listed below here. And then there's certain French labels or French terms that'll be on a label that you need to pay attention to. So in this case, it's vieilles vignes, and that in French means old vines. And so that means that the grapes in this bottle come from old vines, which with old vines, you're gonna get a more complex wine, and It really indicates a nice high quality wine that's in the bottle. So that is particular to, that's a very particular French term, vieille vin. So once again, consult Google if there is a French term that you just do not know on a French wine label. There's a bunch of other terms out there, but this one indicates that you're getting a wine from old vines. Then, as you know, standard as any other bottle, whether it's New World or Old World, you have your vintage, you have your percentage of alcohol, and you have 750 milliliters. It's pretty simple. So, to recap, you have your appellation, which every appellation is known for a particular grape or maybe a couple grapes, but once again, consult Google. This is Chenas, which is a cru of Beaujolais, which is known for Gamay. So this is a Gamay bottle. The name at the top, Domaine des Chenapierre, that is the name of the winery. The property of Christophe Lapierre, it also says Christophe Lapierre up here in cursive at the bottom. That is the owner of the winery. Vieille vins, old vines, vintage, and I think that's it. So hopefully next time you are in the bottle shop, you can go and shop with confidence when you are in the French wine section. Don't let it intimidate you. Don't just go over to Australia or the Americas. Just have confidence, go up there, get your phone out, start Googling, and I hope you get a great bottle of French wine. So that's it for today. Bye, guys.